Bonjour tout le monde. Ça va? Moi, ça va, mais dun, 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 je suis malade. J'ai le COVID. I will be out today and tomorrow, but hopefully I'll be back with you jeudi. So until then, we have some stuff that you will be doing individually. Before you get started on the individual work, though, take a look over here. These are the things that you should have completed so far. Only one has been in the gradebook, the Ilia worksheet, but then your write and discuss for Branche ou Crocodile, not the Ilia one. This you're going to be translating today, and that will be for a grade. So you have that, and then you have a few other things that will be in the gradebook this week. So those grades in the gradebook are going to accumulate quite a bit in the next few weeks. This is what you're going to be doing for the week in general. You're going to start actually with a weekly check-in from last week. So that just means you can, as far as how you're doing, how school is going, how life is going, that can be up to date. How was last weekend, even, that would be fine. But in terms of your participation, obviously, since we haven't had a chance to participate this week, you're going to base that on last week. So go ahead and fill that out for me. Remember, that is the button on Schoology right in the middle, le bouton vert. So that is that. Ensuite, next, we're going to have a new mot de passe, which we'll look at in a minute. That should be singular. You're going to translate branche ou crocodile, and then you're going to finally, once and for all, finish that episode of Muzzy that we've started a couple of times, and you'll be doing an ed puzzle with that. So I'll explain that later on. We also have the same TPR as last week, but still practicing that. You have a new song of the week, and then you're going to be taking a reading quiz on Branche ou Crocodile. We'll do some Quizlets. You're going to do your quick write and your weekly check-in for this week. So I'm not exactly sure how long things are going to take you on the 2 days that I'm gone, so we'll kind of play that by ear and then check back in and look at that together when I'm back jeudi. Okay. Aujourd'hui, classe, c'est quel jour? C'est mardi. Aujourd'hui, c'est mardi. Donc, hier, c'était lundi. Et demain, c'est mercredi. That's a very abbreviated version of calendar talk for today. Et la date, c'est le 6 septembre. Aujourd'hui, c'est mardi le 6 septembre. Like I mentioned earlier, go ahead and do your weekly check-in for last week, and then we'll do another one later this week. Mot de passe, le nouveau mot de passe, c'est merci. Merci. So go ahead and jot that down underneath au revoir. This is what the first page of your cahier should look like for now. You are going to translate Branche ou Crocodile. Don't worry about the Ilia story. I was originally going to have you translate both that and Branche, but that seemed like a lot of writing. So the Ilia, when I'm talking about the story, the little summary that we wrote about the two pictures where we compared and contrasted, like dans image numéro 1, il y a trois chimpanzés. Remember that one? So we're going to skip translating that for now. Go ahead and just translate Branche ou Crocodile. So what you're going to do is on the last page, in the last page of your cahier, you should have double spaced our write and discuss, the summary of the Branche ou Crocodile story. If you've been absent or for some reason you do not have that copied down in French, what you can do is go to Schoology again, and at the very top, now this is the East Trails Schoology page. So you would click there for hour 1 or hour 2, depending on what class you're in. And if you're at Summit Lakes, then there's hour 6 and hour 7. So you would just click on your class story. Let's say I'm in hour 6, and I would copy down what we have here. Okay, so if you already have it copied down, though, you do not need to worry about going into Schoology for that. Line by line, you are going to translate. So the idea is that you're going to have kind of what one word means in French and then its English translation, etc., as opposed to having an entire chunk of French and then an entire chunk of English. This way you can kind of match up the words a little bit more easily and get a better sense of what they mean individually. So that's kind of the thought behind the line by line translation. And you know what? I apologize. You are not taking a picture. Instead, we are just going to be looking at it together in class. I'll take it for a grade, but it's more than anything a completion grade, but we'll look over how it should be correctly translated in class. This probably goes without saying, but your translation should be handwritten instead of typed. After that, les gestes, like I said, TPR, this is going to be review. So you've already done all of these. Just make sure you remember what they all are, and you're welcome to watch the video for that. If you think that you are good on those, just look over them quickly. You don't need to watch the video if you already feel like you're pretty solid on those. This, however, this is brand new. So les mois de l'année, the months of the year, we are going to be starting to learn those through this song. So I want you to listen to the song, sing along with it if you are so inspired, but at least kind of get a feel for what the different months are en français. And then you're going to be doing this Edpuzzle for Muzzy. So like I said, we are finally going to finish Muzzy Unit 1. And this is what you're going to do. You're going to open up Schoology, and you'll go to our Cette Semaine folder. And in there, you will see this embedded video. So just click on Get Started. And what you'll do is you will just go through and you'll answer questions. And those questions will kind of allow you to understand the video a little bit better. And I'll be able to see your progress on my end. So that's also very helpful. Once you are finished with that, then you have finished for today. Again, I don't have a great sense of how long this is all going to take you. If you watched like this entire video and the entire Muzzy video and the entire Les Mois video, that's going to take a substantial amount of time. But some people work faster than others when it comes to the translation stuff, etc. So if you end up with extra time today, go ahead and get out a book and read. And then I can kind of try to compensate for that tomorrow. But hopefully this will be enough to give you a good substantial class time for today. And I will check back in with you with another video like this tomorrow. Au revoir tout le monde.